And good morning. Welcome to Today at the Races here at Laurel Park, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stan Salter, along with our odds maker, Keith Fustel. The sun is out. It's going to be a nice Saturday for live racing here at Laurel Park. Opening day down there at our sister track down there at Gulfstream Park. They kick off their championship meet down there. It's Claiming Crown Championship Day. We'll know a lot of their horses down there as they ran here on Claiming Crown Preview Day. Lacey Gaudet down there with 3. John Jones, the big star from her barn. Kieran McGee, Wayne Potts down there with the 11-year-old No Break. So good day for horse racing all over the place today.
I took a little glance at the It Behooves Me race for Kieran. I know Navarro's going to get hammered down. If a little duel develops, don't think that horse can't get in there at a little bit of a price. 12-1, 15-1 morning line. I think worth a couple bucks on that
Might
horse.
be some nice prices down there. Kieran McGee and Lacey Gaudet, 2 of our top trainers here for this fall meet. Mary Epler, our leading trainer, and Wayne Potts. Don't forget about the popular 11-year-old No Breaks. He'll be making his late trademark rally down there, hopefully.
It'll be, and of course, it might be a little bit tough for him to come from far, far back. We've seen Gulfstream. It seems to me a little bit usually speed favor. I don't play it a ton, but he's going to need some help up front. But what a great story he is.
Yeah, 11-year-old still going strong. So the sun is out. We have nice weather here for our 9-race program. Nice little carryover in the Rainbow Pick 6, a little over 2,700 for the Pick 6, but all kinds of other stuff going on. Let's tell you first about the Fantasy Football Pick 7. There's $2,500 in the pool. This will be the 3rd week that we've offered this to the public. It's every weekend up there on the 2nd floor of the clubhouse, the newly redone 2nd floor of the clubhouse with that new sports bar up there. You can enter today and tomorrow before the 1 o'clock games. It's a pick 7. You pick a quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, and a defense and special teams. You get an entry voucher by buying a racing program or a racing form, and you get a free entry voucher, and you enter up there on the 2nd floor. You can watch all the games up there as well with the NFL Sunday ticket at that new sports bar on Sunday. $2,500 in the pool. Did you get close last weekend?
I only had a couple. No, I'll give it another whirl. I have not checked to see, though, who's up in each category. And then we'll do a little research and see if we can come up with a couple winners, do a little bit better than 2 or 3. 4 seems to be, if you can get 4 of those right, a 4 of 7, you're going to be right there.
And you're right there. And they give you the race. It's like a pick 7 with horse races, but they give you a quarterback, so they kind of give you the field of quarterbacks. So you don't have to really do the research. You can just go right up to the machine. And,
they've got some stats there too, which is good.
If you want to pick bums like Tom Brady, you can go on with it, or pick whoever you like. So it's $2,500 in the fantasy football pick 7. Entering that this weekend. Also today is the Give a Gift, Get a Gift here at Laurel Park. Help those in need. Donations to the Maryland Horsemen's Assistance Foundation. Gifts are collected by the clubhouse entrance. Bring a new unwrapped toy and receive a present from Laurel Park. So help those in need today here at Laurel Park. Give a gift and get a gift. And next Saturday is the $10,000 Giving Tree promotion here at Laurel Park. We're giving away all kind of stuff, and free calendar giveaway next Saturday as well. So a couple big Saturdays of live racing to help get you in the holiday mood.
No doubt. Saw the marketing department, some of the people, Carrie and Alana, coming around and getting things set up for today. They're going to be busy the next couple of weeks through the holiday season, but they always do a nice job.
We've had some big crowds out here the past few weekends. We hope to keep it going here throughout the winter at the newly redone Laurel Park. So let's get right to it here. Let's show you the carryovers. We'll have a little carryover in the rolling Super High 5 starting race 1, a little shy of $700 in that Super High 5. And then the Rainbow Pick 6, that'll start race 4 today, a little over $2,700 in the Pick 6. I'll have a ticket for that. No carryover today in the late Pick 5, but both the Pick 5s, always your best bet here at Laurel Park. Industry low, 12% takeout on both Pick 5s. Carryover potential on the late Pick 5. The early Pick 5 is a mandatory payout, so I'll have some tickets later on for you this afternoon. Let's show you the weather. The sun is out. It's clear. We'll be fast and firm. How do you think the turf was playing yesterday?
Breezy. Well, we did notice one thing. You weren't really going to close a whole lot through the stretch. If you were there at the head of the lane, you were kind of there at the wire. Sprints was primarily speed all the way through. The route races, we saw horses make some middle moves, but once they hit the top of the lane, they kind of went one pace, a little conveyor belt situation. Monitor the situation again, see what happens on this turf course. I'm hedging towards a little bit more speed today.
And the wind is out, so hopefully that's drying any moisture that was in the turf course from earlier this week when we did have a little rain. So let's get right to it here. Race 1 kicks off that early pick 5, mandatory payout on the early pick 5, low 12% takeout. Also a little carryover, just shy of $700 in the rolling super high 5 here for race 1. We're on the main track going 5.5 furlongs, maiden claiming 10,000 for 2-year-old fillies, and I'll go with the 6 skip along here from the Mike Trombetta barn. Alex Centron aboard this 2-year-old daughter of Include, dropping a little bit from that maiden 16 last out where she kind of disappointed that day. It was first time blinkers on that day. Now a second time blinkers on, taking another drop down here to the maiden 10. She's capable of better than what we've seen last out. She did have a decent effort here against maiden 25 last August. The barn's been going well as of late. I'll go with the 6 skip along and a soft maiden 10 to kick things off.
I'll use her in the mix, Dan. That second place finisher in that most recent race, Fleet Fame, came back to run okay on the race. She was on the best part of the racetrack, had a decent little setup. I would have liked to seen a little bit more of a sustained run from Skip Along. She's going to be a shorter price. She has plenty of speed to target with Sofitude, High Math will be out for the league, even the 7 Tybee. They all look to be forward in here. High Math might be the speed of the speed and gets the favorable outside post. I like the 4, though, Montrico a little bit. Went back and watched the video of this race at Delaware, October the 16th. Had a tough trip. Was caught in between horses a long, long way. Showed a little bit of late life. A couple horses have coming out of that race to run okay since. Horse by the name of Natchez Pass, who we've seen here to run second recently, about a week or so ago, going longer. I think this horse fits in this spot. Adds to Lasix for a barn that's going very well. Jockey-trainer combo with an ROI of about $3.60 over the past year. Let's take a shot, Montrico. I think bet right now, but this horse is going to float up a little bit better value than the 6. Let's go with Montrico on top.
Yeah, you should get some nice value connections. Red Hot, Fergal, Lunch, Hugh McMahon, first time Lasix. I like all that. I'll use her in my top 3. I'll throw the 9 in there as well. High Math is a 2-year-old by Algorithm, second time starter for trainer Alan Goldberg. He's 24% with maidens making their second start. She showed a little speed in the debut against maiden 25 and then packed it in. She should improve here in her second start and with a big drop to the bottom. Toledo gets aboard, should have speed from the outside here.
Agreed, just plummeting right to the bottom. She's not showing a whole lot, but she might be the prime speed in here, Stan. And she, like I say, she's going to be, the way this track's been playing, she's going to be probably on the best part of the racetrack if things hold the form at Laurel.
All right, could be a wide open maiden 10 to kick things off in the early pick 5 there in race 1. Race 2 kicks off the early pick 4. I know you have a ticket for this race. It's for 2-year-olds claiming 25,000 going a flat mile on the main track. Let's take a look here at Keith's early pick 4 ticket.
Yeah, pretty simple, $27 ticket, very manageable. Starting it off in race 2 with the 3 and the 7. I do like Full Quest on the stretch out for Phil Schoenthal, another barn that's going very well right now at Laurel Park. We'll go 3 deep in race 3, 3 deep in race 4, and 3 deep in race 5. The third race, the 3 best sprinters, Oak Bluffs, Golden Emperor, and came back. 4th race, I think Hissy Fit's going to be an awfully short price. A jam job again for Hugh McMahon. She's definitely the one to beat. Moon Vision and Convoy, they're in pretty good form right now. And going to the 5th race, I think I've got to go 3 deep in there. I think it's kind of wide open. My Vixen, number 9, is a horse I really like today from Gary Kapp. Got that horse line, I think, a little bit too high. This horse will probably drop down in that 9-2, 5-1 range. I like the form in a race devoid of any real quality speed.
I like your pick there in race 4, the 8 Convoy RE, 8-1 for our leading trainer, Mary Epler's the 3-year-old filly. She's won her last 2. She's a 3-time winner here at Laurel Park. Taylor Hole aboard. We'll get a nice 8-1 price there. So I like that horse in race 4. The strong handle yesterday in both the pick 5s and all the pick 4s. So this early pick 4, I think, will get played well today here at Laurel Park. Kicks off here in race 2. Let's take a look at a video on the 1 2-bit drifter. I like this horse last time. Looked like jockey Alex Centron was having all kind of trouble with this 2-year-old gelding last time.
Just completely giving him fits. Horse got good position down the backside, about 3 or 4 wide, and all of a sudden he wants to take a right-hand turn. This 2-bit drifter, I guess aptly named, huh? Trying to keep this horse straight, tough to handle. And you look at the running lines. That's one thing, Stan, we talk about watching videos. You need to see this. This horse was a length on the lead, then a length back off the lead, about 2 lengths. He actually, in between calls, though, dropped back about 5 off of it. And he gets the horse straightened a little bit here, head turned a little sideways on his correct lead, wants to lay in. He's just kind of green still. Makes a big run up to the leaders, but he just can't sustain all the early trouble just took enough out of this horse. But defense, they run this horse right back up on the race for 25 with the blinkers on. A user, if he can, let's hope he can run straight. He runs a little bit straighter course.
Well, that's the thing. You hope the blinkers work. It could have been something where, with the bit and the horse was just getting out or something. If the blinkers work today, that could be the whole card here on the gallery. If the blinkers don't work, then Ricky Silliman going to have to consult with Ronnie Cartwright how to straighten this horse out. Ronnie Cartwright, he's here ready for a Saturday afternoon of racing. But so I throw the one out. Just I'll kind of wait and see if the new barn can figure out what was going on last time. The blinkers on could do the trick there for the 1-2-bit drifter. But we both go with the 3 on top. Full Quest, a sharp win last time, coming from behind, going 3/4. Stays at the same level for trainer Phil Schoenthal. The barn's been doing well with 2-year-olds all year long. Leading rider Toledo stays aboard. I think this 2-year-old son of Greeley's Conquest will love the stretch out to a mile today.
Yeah, Toledo gets him to the outside, hopefully around the turn. I worry that the 7, the favorite here, I've been Morning Line favorite, Tactical Hero, could control things up front. Hope and maybe the other part of Phil Schoenthal's entry here, Hatteras Bound, can kind of go force the issue around the turn. Maybe pin Tactical Hero down towards the inside, which has been the negative part of the racetrack. Full Quest gets outside in circles. I like the little stretch out move to the mile by Greeley's Conquest out of a Louis Couture's mare. We see these Louis Couture's. They can just turn on all day long. I think this horse is really going to like the mile distance.
All right, we're on the same horse there. I'll throw the 2 into the mix. 12-1 here on Noonan on Thursday. Trevor McCarthy aboard for trainer Aaron McClellan. She brings this 2-year-old son of Silver Train down from Penn National. Broke the maiden last down in his 3rd start, stretching out to a mile. That was his 2nd time going a route of ground up there. So a good-looking maiden win. He's facing winners for the first time here. Gets Trevor McCarthy, tracks a top rider shipping down from Penn, so that kind of caught my attention. We'll get a nice 12-1 price on. I like the name Noonan on Thursday. Could mean a couple different things.
A little Caddyshack, man. We'll see.
A little Caddyshack there. All right. So nice open 25 claimer for 2-year-olds going a flat mile there in race 2 to kick off the early pick 4. We get back out to the turf course for race 3. We're on the all along here for race 3, going 5.5 furlongs. This is a claiming 15,000 for 3-year-olds and upward, wide open. Let's take a look here at Came Back. This is his win late November here at Laurel Park for the 7-year-old son of Giants Causeway. There he is on the far outside in the familiar orange and turquoise colors of Colts Neck Stable. This was his 5th win here on the grass at Laurel Park, his 9th win overall on the grass. He's not even in the picture yet. He's going to come storming into the picture late. Trust me, here he comes. Here he comes with Toledo, and this is probably the same kind of trip he's going to get today. And once he gets rolling and gets his eyes on the winner's line, he's a pretty game horse. Made over almost $250,000. I'll go with the 6. Came Back, my best bet of the day. That's a nice 7-2 price. I love those $9 best bets. I'll key him on the early pick 5 and early pick 4. Key him everywhere.
It's going to be tough to separate, I think, at the windows between the 3 Golden Emperor, the 2 Oak Bluffs, and the 6 Came Back. They are legitimate. They are proven turf sprinters. You saw Came Back in that race. You said he was out of the screen and came rolling. Maybe that's the best style for him. When he's up close, he seems to flatten the hair. But what I worry about on this turf course today, Stan, is the way he played yesterday. Is he going to be able to close that much ground from the head of the stretch home? So does it force the rider's hand to stay closer, and he flattens? That's a tough call. Legitimate horse, though, likes the course, likes the distance. Golden Emperor, I think, has a really good edge tactically. Oh, we got squirrels again, Stan. They're fighting right behind us. But Golden Emperor, I think it can either send right off from the inside or just stalk the 10 Mr. Stream. Mr. Stream might be a little bit quicker early. He may go ahead and let him send and tip out, but I like Golden Emperor him. I think he gets the jump on the closers, the likes of Oak Bluffs and the 6 Came Back.
All right, so we're on the same 3 horses there, 2, 3, 6, just in a different order. I'll throw the 7 in there as well, Flying to be Childers. Kevin Gomez aboard for Gary Capuano, and this horse been running with these same kind of horses, Golden Emperor, Oak Bluffs, a 2-time winner here at Laurel Park, a decent 3rd with an inside journey from the 1 hole last out.
Yeah, he's not far off of these again. He's on his best. He's going to have to run his best to beat the top 3 that we talked about. But like I say, he'll come up with a decent trip. He'll be right in the mix. I seem to like the 3 a little bit better in here today.
All right, nice open 15, 5.5 turf sprint there on the all along for race 3. Race 4 kicks off the Rainbow Pick 6 today. Nice carryover today a little over 2,700. And I know we're still working on the pick six ticket. If we have it, let's throw it up. If not, we'll have it for you. We'll have it for you later this afternoon. But let's go to commercial break here first. Let's go to commercial break. We'll start with the Rainbow Pick 6, race 4, when we get back. Nice carryover today, a little over 2,700.
The all-new Laurel Park is beyond your expectations. Feel the anticipation.
This long shot.
Witness the speed. Experience the thrill.
Yeah.
Welcome back today at the races presented by Fidelity First here at Laurel Park. I'm Stan Salter with oddsmaker Keith Fustel. Nice breezy Saturday for live racing in the fall here in Laurel, Maryland. The sun is out. Nice carryover today in the Rainbow Pick 6. A little over $2,700 in that Pick 6. It'll get played well today. About 4,000 or 5,000 new money in there today for the Saturday Pick 6. Great day to take a swing at it, get some prices on your ticket, and take it down. It starts right here in race 4. This is a claiming 10,000 for 3-year-old fillies or older filly mares. Never won 5.5 furlongs on the main track. And here's a video of the 8, my top pick, Convoy RE from leading trainer Mary Appler's barn. And this was a 3-year-old filly's win back on October 30th here at Laurel Park. She comes 7 wide at the 3/16th pole, and once she gets in front, she just cruises home with Taylor Hole aboard. This was her 3rd win here at Laurel Park. This was at the nickel 3 life level, even though she's won 4 races. She was in that dual condition 3 life for filly and mares. Now stepping up off the 2 strong wins here at Laurel Park. I like the confident move stepping up here for connections that are red hot right now. Mary Epler, the leading trainer, Taylor Hole, one of her main go-to riders.
Yeah, they connected last night with a horse that was hammered down to Dare. Convoy Air probably going to get a similar trip. Sit back, go wide. Taylor Hole knows when to push the button on this 3-year-old filly by parading. And, you know, she's really, you saw that. She was running. That was a sharp, sharp close. Whereas prior races, she kind of just slugged along. It wasn't like an explosive move. That was the most eye-catching performance by far that this filly has run. A 4-time winner. We've proven over the turf course she's going to get the right kind of, flow, I think, up here. She'll circle and make a good run off the pace. But Hissy Fit just might be too quick. She is the speed of the speed. She draws outside. I think she's just on the engine in here. Was caught against the bias last time out against a much, much better field. Arbling Shines and Have Hope. I think she just sets sails from the outside and goes just stay off the inside about 3 or 4 bet the whole way.
The deserved favorite. You just throw out that last race, and and anything before that wins this race pretty easily. But the last race does cause a little for concern as the beaten favorite there in that allowance race. She really packed it in. I respect her. I'll use her second here. Hugh McMahon, obviously having a good year, gets Fergal Lynch aboard here for the first time on this 3-year-old filly. So we both like the same horses in reverse order there for the exacta here in race 4. We both like the 7 as well. Moon Vision for trainer Scott Lake, Julian Pimentel aboard. A good second against beaten 7,500 at Parks last out. That's a similar level to this race, I would imagine.
Yeah, that was an okay group last time, and she's another one, claimed off a 7% trainer. Lake here, you see 0%. Got this horse to move up, and I think she's got a reason to move up a little bit more. She's got a good tactical running style. She's run okay over this racetrack. She'll make a run into it. Lemon Lover's the horse. It's tough for me to figure a dropper from the 2 other than company at Penn and Parks. But she doesn't necessarily need to lead, though. Jerry Thurston said a couple runners very live here of late. Keep an eye on the 5, Lemon Lover. I'm not going to leave her out of the mix.
The first timer the other day, Jerry Thurston, blowing up the tote board. I'll throw the 2 in there. Southern Peach, the Hall of Famer Leatherberry, drops this 5-year-old mare from the allowance conditions into this race, going turf to dirt, trying all the tricks here, try to wake her up. Steve Hamilton aboard at a nice price, 8-1 there on the 2. So a nice competitive race 4 to kick off the Rainbow Pick 6. Nice carryover today, a little over 2,700. Race 5, we'll start the late Pick 5. No carryover, but we always have that industry low 12% takeout on the late Pick 5. Starts right here in race 5, and there you see it, the best bets at Laurel Park. Both of the Pick 5s, mandatory payout on the early Pick 5, always carryover potential here on the late Pick 5, both of them with that low 12% takeout. So race 5, we're on the all-along turf course. This was a change, all-along turf course with no rail for race 5, going 5.5 furlongs, claiming 16,000. Never won 2 lifetime, and I'll go with the 8 on top here in race 5. Kitty's Right from trainer Elizabeth Merriman's barn. Make the rider Fergal Lynch. Victor Carrasco off his mounts again today, so Fergal Lynch aboard the 8. Kitty's Right, 6-1 here on this 3-year-old daughter of Great Notion. I think getting finds easier company today than the 16 2 Life she's coming out of. I think it's an easier race today, even though it was the same level. But you look at the win, 3 back in July. That was a sharp maiden win here at Laurel Park. Something happened there. They had to give her a little time away. They brought her back in a tough starter allowance race on a good turf course, and she didn't run very well that day. She ran better last time with a wide journey. Now this is her 3rd race back. I think catches an easier field today.
Yeah, a little bit of a Z pattern last. She did encounter a little bit of trouble. Had to shuffle into the far turn. Was taken extremely wide for the stretch run. Showed a little bit of late life. Some issues, obviously, with this filly. She's had a couple layoffs. Hard to kind of gauge. This was a hard race to line, Stan, and looking back, I do think my top selection, the 9, My Vix, is going to be bet down off of that 5-1, especially with the way the turf played yesterday. Not a ton of quality speed, it looks like, in here. Maybe 6 tons of fun, who ran into a pretty quick pace last time, made a little move before switching to the left lead and flattening out. My Vixen, though, I went back, compared internal fractions. Off of that maiden win, 23.347 and 3 on the mile. Quicker opening quarter by almost a full second, and similar half and 3/4 to She's Dynamite, who was in a 3 other than for 3 in life for 35,000 for Charlie Hadger. A really sharp filly right now. That being said, I think she's going to really like the way the track's playing today. Toledo puts her up there close. I think she stays on a whole, long way. Got that bottom under off the mile race. She's going to be fine. Her only tried 5.5, had some problems. My Vixen, one of my better values of today.
Well, strong connections here. Gary Capkett's leading rider, Jevion Toledo, the barn, 14% with the route to sprint angle. I guess my question is, will this horse that you think go to the engine, be in front early on, cutting back to 5.5 today?
I think in this field, she better be close. I'd be shocked if she's not either on it or a length or 2 off of it. She's got to be right there against this group.
Well, you're getting a nice 10-1 price there on the 9, My Vixen. I might have to add that horse to all my multi-race plays there. Strong connections, 10-1 in a suspect group, perhaps. The 10, Katie's Horseplay. This horse also cutting back in distance for trainer Joan Reynolds. Ran big off the claim last out, going a mile against Starter Allowance Company. This is an easier spot, cutting back in distance. I guess is that the question? Is this the right distance here for this 4-year-old filly?
Yeah, she's fine at 5.5. Actually, I think she's probably a little bit better. I was surprised she ran as big as she did. I thought she was going to go away. She didn't go away. Caramono's got her did a good job getting her to relax. Was in between horses and tipped out and really kept on strong to the wire at a big price. Will not be that price today. Drops in class, the right kind of move. Yeah, got back home. This is a horse they used to have. Reclaimed for 75, and she's going to make an impact, no doubt, I would assume, from middle of the pack.
All right, we both like that horse. 3-1 on the 10, Katie's Horseplay. I'll throw the 2 in there as well. Avalanius, Malcolm Franklin, still 1 win from career win, 1,000. He's on the 2 here for trainer Jonathan Maldonado. Not sure what happened last time. She had a wide journey for 10,000, but the race 2 back was very good. She came with a late rally, got up for a good second. Franklin have to navigate a trip, I think, closing from the inside here today on the 2.
Yeah, it's a tough race. It's a really tough race. The 3, Skylar Warrior, you kind of wondered. 2 good tries over the turf course, mid-50s number. Has never crossed the wire first, though, Stan. Was put up for the maiden score at Canterbury over a course that had a little bit of give to it. A barn, you got, like we say time and time again, respect the barn. I'm not going to leave it out in the gimmicks.
All right, nice race to kick off the late pick 5 there on the turf. We're on the all-along turf course there for race 5. Race 6 kicks off the late pick 4. We get back out to the main track, going a flat mile, claiming 10,000 for 3-year-old fillies or filly mares. Never won 3 lifetime, and I'm going to go with the 10-1 shot on top here in race 6. The 7, Better Way. Make the rider Julian Pimentel aboard here for trainer Claudio Gonzalez, and this kind of a hunch play, but this 5-year-old mare by Louis Couture's, she's way better than what we saw in that comeback race late November here. First of all, that was a tough allowance race for Maryland breds, won by Ball Palmer Hun, so she didn't run a lick at all. That was a 2-turn race, so at least she has a little foundation in her for this mile race, second off the layoff. She should improve today. She had a very, very big win, first off the claim last March here at Laurel Park, going 7 furlongs. That was a strong win by 8 1/4, got a 69 by her that day. So she's a 2-time winner here at Laurel Park. I think she gets back in better form today. The barn, Claudio Gonzalez, they won a race yesterday.
Fleet Willie, big win, yeah.
A nice win with a Fleet Willie, so the barn's going in the right direction. Pimentel, he's winning races, so I think we're getting nice value here, 10-1 on the 7 Better Way.
Tough, another race. I had a tough time lining and a tough horse to figure in Better Way. I thought she'd run a little bit better.
Yeah.
I thought she'd get bet a little bit more than what she did last time. She did not, and she really threw in the towel. You know, and they weren't going fast early. A drop here. Is she reverting back to kind of the Better Way of old? We're not sure. It's a tough horse to gauge. Would not surprise me. Goes to the front and wins. Wouldn't surprise me. Just drops on back. One of those looks like an all or nothing type of horse. Faith in Victoria. I think you've got to be leery of this horse. A big win. Could moved it at will at Parks, took over, was kept the business to the wire. But the 4 Boosting is one of these sneaky Hammy Smith horses. She's improving steadily. I think the move back to the mile is the right fit for her. 2 races back, she faced Super Sharp, who's much better than the horses in this field. Good try last time. She moved down against the grain of the racetrack at the 8th pole, kept on trying to the wire. That gave me hope. I think she's going to kind of move up a little bit more. She doesn't have to improve much more. She's going to be a square price in here as well.
I have her in my top 4 there, the 4 Boosting. She is a winner going this mile distance. I'll throw the 2 in there. This is a soft bunch here, I think. And the 2 is going to be one of your favorites.
Yes.
Been running decent on the turf against better company. Takes a big drop here, gets to the dirt here. I'm not so sure if dirt's her best surface at all, but you get Javion Toledo, and she gets an easier spot today than what she's been going up against.
Only time on the dirt for Kieran. She galloped, ran a buyer number that's comparable to everybody else in the field. Drops, did have plenty of trouble early last time out. Tossed that last race. Jams right back down. You know, he had a decent run with Pernada. You know, maybe a little bit of a cheater. Thought they could get maybe another win or 2 out of her. Did not. This is the right move. Turf to dirt. He hits at 40%. 9 for 10 in the money. Turf to dirt on a big drop is Kieran's. That's 90%. So you would think odds are she's going to be around the money.
Could be a big day for the Kieran McGee barn. Of course, he has a horse down there in the Claiming Crown Championship at opening day at Gulfstream. So nice claiming 10,000 to kick off the late pick 4 there in race 6. I'm going to need some help here, race 7. I think I left my pedigree notes in the office, but a bunch of first-time starters here in race 7. We're on the Dahlia turf course, I believe, right? On the Dahlia with the rail at 52 feet. Maiden claiming 25,000 for 2-year-olds, and I'll go with the 8 on top from the George Weaver barn. 2-year-old filly by Arlington Million winner Cape Blanco. Fergal Lynch takes the call here. This is a Marathon Farms Maryland bred out of a Ghost Sapper mare, so some nice pedigree there, some decent works up there at the Saratoga training track, on the dirt, on the turf, at the Belmont training track, so she's well traveled. She gets a good outside post today with the hot Fergal Lynch aboard.
Yeah, she'll probably win. My problem is, why is she in for 25,000? Second dam, Willa on the move. I think we remember her from her days here in Maryland. The mare was 5 for 15 lifetime, 3 for 9 on the turf. Now going longer, they're all routes. Was a stakes winner. You know, that's the only thing. My big question: why in for a tag? What so well bred? You think this horse by Cape Blanco, a killer on the grass in his own right? I like the 1 Determination. Late change on here. Reported first time gelding on the 1 Determination for trainer Phil Schoenthal. I think it's just the speed of the speed. I don't think anybody that's running here is nearly as fast early. I think we'll be poised outside the other speed that is shown speed. We will burn you, the 4-horse. I think this horse kicks clear around the turn. One of these firsts is going to have to be really tied on early, I think, to go ahead and go with the 1 Determination. A sneaky first or the 2, I believe. Wigwam, Summersand. You don't have this horse in. Franny's had a couple firsts, I think, run pretty well of late at big prices by Hat Trick out of an unusual heat mare. We see a lot of these unusual heats, I think, out in California. But the mare showed really, really good speed going long. Foals 4 for 13 on the turf. 2 for 2 sprinting, made good money. This is a barn that's due for a win, and this might be the one, Wigwam Summer.
Yeah, they had a nice debut runner a couple weekends ago. That was a good second at a big price. A bunch of nice first-timers in here. I'll throw the 5 Jackson S into the mix. 2-year-old colt by Rockslide. There's some turf pedigree on the dam side. The dam being by Powers Court. Robin Graham does a nice job with the first-time starters. Gets Malcolm Franklin aboard. A bullet work here at Laurel Park, November 27th, going a half, 49-2. So this 2-year-old looks well prepared here for the debut. We'll get a nice big 15-1 price, and maybe higher on that one.
Should get a square price of 7. Hacksaw for Gary Cap. We know second outs usually is game, but Sneaky by Courageous Cat, who was a really good turf miler out of a mare that did really no real turf for him, but 10 for 22 was a really cracked sprinter. Maybe Hacksaw kind of laying in there at a good price. You'll get away and get Caramanos. The 13 Passion's Revenge, a barn that flies under the radar, has come in and done okay. Has some okay turf races going longer. This distance might be the one. This horse likes to duel going longer, might be able to sit from just off of it and make a move into the pace and hang around for a share.
The tough maiden 25 is a bunch of well-bred
13,
horses. You wonder why they're in for a tag. But the 11, real amazing first timer from the Rudy Rod barn. The barn's 19% with their debut runners with a positive ROI. It's a 2-year-old by Bodemeister out of a Bernardini mare. They paid $80,000 for this horse last year as a yearling. Gets a good outside post. Julian Pimentel aboard the 11, real amazing. That horse might be your favorite coming from the Rudy Rod
Very
barn.
well could be. He's done well with his 2-year-olds that he sends down here. Second dam stand for this mare. 5 for 13 on the turf, made 280,000. Was really versatile. Could go short and long, doesn't matter. That horse is going to definitely take some play.
Again, you wonder why that one's in for 25.
No, an $80,000 buy-in for 25. So yeah.
All right, nice race there in race 7. Race 8, our allowance feature of the day is an upper level 2 other than allowance race, optional claiming 32,000 going a flat mile on the main track to kick off the late daily double. And let's see, we have a video here on the Maryland bred Catane. Let's take a look here at Catane. This is a video I'm assuming from
the 28th, I believe.
Okay. A win.
No, I'm sorry,
somewhere.
from the 3rd of January. Yeah, early part of this year. January 3rd at a mile and a 16th distance. This horse is going to race with bar shoes, but you see Catane here, the 8 horse that they just kind of circling up with these. This is what he likes to do. I thought it was an interesting move. Katie Voss putting this horse on the turf. It got one sprint, then went long. Back to, I think, which might be the preferred surface. This is an A other than. It included double whammy. And this horse just rolls right up. Does have a tendency to want to get in. He's a little bit tricky to ride through the stretch. He wants to drift in, lug in. I believe that's double whammy on the outside, trying to make a run to him. But Catane, he's clear here. He can go ahead and go to the rail. He's not going to bother anybody, and he wins under a steady left-handed drive. This is a race that, when I looked at it, though, where's the speed? If you can find it for me, it's tough to find. This is going to be an interesting riders race, how it's going to set up. Golden Glint, second back. I think he's another one, likes a little bit cooler weather, just like his barmate there, double whammy. He'll improve. Bumped around against John Jones. Was bet down just about 6-1 to John Jones. All these horses would be double digits against John Jones. I'm going to forgive the last. I think he'll wake back up. He's a proven 3 other than type into a 2 other than Golden Glint today.
Yeah, the 9-2 for leading rider Drevion Toledo, leading trainer Mary Apple, just too much to pass up. That win against 3 other than allowance company at Laurel Park last April, the race that propelled him into the Pimlico Special. That was a strong win, got a 94 buyer that day. He's a 5-time winner here at Laurel Park. I think you're right, he's a better wintertime horse. He was knocking heads against a stakes company in the John Campbell and the Native Dancer last winter here at Laurel Park. So he'll get some nice chilly fall weather today here. I like the 8 Golden Glint on top, but we like the same colt exactly here. The 7 Catane, I think, rounding back into top form. Katie Voss been having a good year all year long. Catane loves it here at Laurel Park where he trains. So this is a nice allowance race, but I'll go with the proven monster here, Golden Glint. Let's see if he's been back in good form today. I'll throw the 1 in there, Snuggly Bear. Make the rider Julio Hernandez had a nice win yesterday on Carriage Nene. Julio Hernandez on the 1. Snuggly Bear for trainer Thomas Clark. Won a similar condition last out at Penn National, but this is a tougher 2 other than allowance company than that last race.
Yeah, he's going to have to step up a little bit. He's got to win over the racetrack. Maybe Stolen Love at a big price from out there. Kevin Gomez and Gonzalez to team up. Not a real strong number last time out, but he's run okay in the past in 2 other than company here. He could be the speed of this race.
And the barn with a nice win yesterday. Claudio Gonzalez, Stolen Love, a 7-time winner here at Laurel Park. So that's a nice upper-level allowance feature of the day there. Race 8 to kick off the late daily double. About 90 seconds to go here, Keith. We can do it here at this. We'll tackle this maiden 10 filly and mares, 6 furlongs on the main track. I'll go to the far outside here, the 13. We both like the 13 at 10-1. Wildcat Rising, make the rider Horacio Caramanos aboard here for trainer Annette Eubanks. And yeah, 0 for 15, 3-year-old maiden, but hopefully today's the day. She got in some trouble last time, so just draw a line to that race. But a good second two back to a horse that came back to win.
Yeah, Sammy's Valentine was a heavy favorite in that race. Got the lead, couldn't hold on. Another one 0 for 12 with 5 seconds. She likes to run second. It's going to be part of the pace flow in here for trainer Ben Perkins. But the 13 just offers more value. Was down towards the inside, had to steady, moves out to a good part of the racetrack today. I think this horse can make a little middle move, maybe open up and try to look in the rearview mirror. Have to hold off the 4 Waves on the Sea as well for Yomar Ortiz and trainer Craig Nicholson. That horse can make a decent run from the back of the pack against this type.
Yeah, I like the 4. We both like the 4. We both like the 8 as well. Sammy's Valentine, Trevor McCarthy, Benny Perkins, and I'll throw the 2 in there as well. Matters to me, Malcolm Franklin. He's going to get it done here one of these days. That big 1,000th career win. He's on the 2 Matters to me. Blinkers on there for trainer Hammy Smith with the 2 Matters to me. So. That's it. We're out of time. Opening day down there for the championship meet at Gulfstream. They'll have the Claiming Crown Championship today. We'll recognize some horses from Laurel Park down there. Lacey Gaudette, Kieran McGee, Wayne Potts, they're all down there. So enjoy watching Gulfstream today. Some nice live racing here. Carry over in the pick 6. Good luck today.
I like the card today. I think we've got some shots, some good middle prices, maybe anywhere between 9 to 2, 6 to 1. Some horses we can maybe target in, maybe not so single, but key top and bottom and some exactas. Good card, and it was nice to see Gabby back on team looking down there. They're in the sunshine, and we're all bundled up here. Yeah, Gabby, sent some warm weather up.
The sun is shining here, and it's give a gift and give a gift, give a gift and get a gift out here today at Laurel Park. So help those in need get in the holiday season. Dave Rodman, he's coming up next with all of today's scratches and changes. Good luck.
Good luck.